Welcome to the Note Nuggets podcast, where you can learn how to become the bank, build wealth, and accumulate streams of income perfect for your savings or IRAs. You'll hear from industry experts, seasoned veterans, and everyday investors. Our goal is to teach you how to invest in notes, one nugget of knowledge at a time. Here's your host, Kevin Galang.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another great episode of the Note Nuggets podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the biggest mistake active investors make whenever they go out raising capital. In 2018, there was $7.39 trillion with a T in IRA accounts. Some people know exactly how to invest it, but I'm willing to bet a majority of people don't. So for any active investors, you're going to want to hear what Tyler Sheff thinks is the biggest hurdle for raising capital. Tyler Sheff is a U.S. Army Gulf War era veteran and originally earned his Florida real estate license back in 2000. At one point, he concurrently owned and operated a trucking business, worked as a local police officer, charter captain, and chief boatsman aboard a U.S. government research ship, and in 2014, he decided to renew his real estate license in order to supplement his income while helping others learn about real estate investing. Tyler is the founder of CashflowGuys.com and the host of the Cashflow Guys podcast. Tyler gains great enjoyment out of helping busy professionals achieve their wealth building goals by showing them how to invest in real estate passively and consistently far outperform the stock market in returns. Tyler is also an avid sportsman. He spends his free time fishing, hunting, and scuba diving. He also really gets a kick out of helping others realize their dreams and feeling better about themselves. And I want to jump right in and ask you, what's the biggest mistake that investors use or make when it comes to raising money?
I would probably say the biggest mistake people make is thinking that the other person's doing them a favor. 100% hands down. That one mindset goof impacts everything they do from there on out. And I think if somebody's really, truly serious about raising capital, if they're focused on solving, if they see the investment, the investor and the investment as a solution to a problem, not the person that needs the money. If I'm out raising money from Tom Smith to invest in my project, if I think that Tom Smith is doing me a favor and I can't live without Tom Smith, everything's going to fall apart. And what I'll do is I'm going to wind up probably over-promising and under-delivering because I'm so focused on the favor he's doing for me and instead not focused on what the investment can do for him.
Okay, so you're saying that you have to shift your mentality to think of it more as like I'm bringing value to the table to this investor.
And I'm helping them because there's probably the biggest downfall of that investors have, that people with capital have, is not having a place to put it. There's nothing worse than leaving money sitting in a bank or sitting in an IRA somewhere, having a zero return. You know, I talk to a lot of people that say, I've got $500,000 sitting in my IRA. That's unfortunate because it's eroding by the minute.
Right.
It sits there. We need to get it moving, get it out in the field, making money. Money sitting still, that doesn't make sense. I don't know, at all.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that I'm learning the hard way. It's like, okay, I need to do something with this money. The account for inflation. And it's like, oh yeah, my money really is just dying.
Absolutely. You know, depending on who you ask, if you look at it on the surface, people say between 4 to 5% per year. And that's actually government reports have put that out. But they'll put in the fine print that does not include the cost of food and fuel. Well, what are our biggest expenses as Americans besides lodging, food, and fuel, right?
Yeah.
So would it be reasonable to say that if we're willing to admit, the government's willing to admit to a 4% inflation rate per year, is it realistic when you take food and fuel and add it to the mix that it probably doubles?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say so. I mean, I went to dinner last night and I can here to tell you, I ate a lot. So I can probably take up 4% just off of that.
Exactly. Well, if you want to go out and raise capital for various reasons, such as going to scale, you're going to want to avoid making that mistake. If you want to reach out to Tyler, you can get his contact information and full access to the raw, uncut audio interview that I had with him by going to notenuggets.com/raising-capital.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Note Nuggets podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the show to get access to additional weekly value nuggets and get notified with episode updates. To subscribe, all you have to do is head over to subscribe.notenuggets.com. If you have any questions about this episode or note investing, book a time on Kevin's calendar at contact.notenuggets.com. We'll see you next week with another note nugget to add to your tool belt.